not me already, like, having to wipe my eyes. Wiping my eyes 5 seconds into a video is crazy. That was for you, Liz. Hey y'all, welcome to Bookishrealm. I literally cannot tell you how many times I've like tried to film this video. Like literally this is probably like the 4th or the 5th time. But hello, it's Bookishrealm. Like this is the last time that y'all are gonna hear this for either a very long time or permanently. Because as you could see from the title of this video, I am saying goodbye for now. And I think that we all knew that this was coming. This is not like a secret. Like y'all know, like girl, I've been talking about this for a minute now, right? I've been talking about the fact that it is going to be time at some point for me to retire the Bookishrealm channel and kind of shift my focus over to the Rama Comics channel. And there's a lot of different reasons for why this is happening. I'm going to try to be as quick and concise as possible and also try not to get emotional, because technically, like, it's not like I'm disappearing from the community, but I think in terms of putting out content that you're used to seeing from me, used to seeing on this channel, my time has come, y'all. YouTube is not sustainable. And don't let anybody lie to you and tell you that it's not sustainable. And there comes a point when you have to kind of let it go. And I know for me, this is not a job for me. I don't use this to pay my bills. As a matter of fact, to be quite transparent with y'all, I haven't been making money off of YouTube for a long time. I would say for like the past 3 or 4 months, and that's not the driving force behind it, but my channel is slowly dying, and that's okay. It's one of those things that it's a hard pill to swallow, and it's a hard thing to accept, but it's kind of one of those things where it's like, it is what it is, and it's something that I recognize. I also think for me personally, like a lot about my life is changing right now. Y'all know I went through so much at the beginning of this year, and I feel like this whole entire year for me has been just grieving one thing after another, and this is something else that I kind of have to emotionally let go of. And people are like, oh, well, if you're getting emotional about it, why don't you just stay? Because I know it's not healthy for me at this point to do this, and I know that the passion and joy that I once had for this channel is not there, and I don't want to get to a point where I am literally making myself miserable by sitting down and making content for this channel. The reason why I want to shift over to the Rama Comics channel, y'all, the pressure is not there. And as much as I talk about like trying not to fall into the temptation of the pressure and, you know, the making of the content, what's unique, like, you know, you're trying to reach your followers in a way that you see that engagement for all the hard work that you put in, it's hard not to do that, because when you film a video, that takes time. Editing takes time. Having to upload and do the back end stuff takes time. Doing the thumbnail takes time. And so it's a lot of things that go into it. And so as a creator, sometimes it's hard when you don't see the return on that. And I would find joy in the little things. Anytime I would feel discouraged, it would be like somebody's comment like, I love the way that you review your books, or, you know, I really enjoy the recommendations that you give me. It just made me feel like I was impacting one person, even if it was just one person. But being realistic, like, I have a kid that's getting older and she's about to make a big transition, a huge transition, and I'm super proud of her for it. But I know as she gets older, she's gonna have different needs, and our schedule probably is gonna be a little bit more complicated. And with my job, it's one of those things where it's like I'm there all day, and that this is what I want to do for the rest of my life. And I don't want to come home and, you know, I've been at work all day, and then, you know, when I come home, my mom, and then, you know, once my baby's in bed, then it's like, okay, I need to sit down and film content. I need to do this, and it's a lot for anyone human. I have some new opportunities available to me because of this. And don't get me wrong, like I want people to know, like I am super grateful. Even in my profession, people recognize me from this. They trust my judgment because of this. And so I am grateful, but all things have their time and space in life. And I think that this for me has reached that point. And with the realm of comics, I don't feel that pressure. And I love comics. They are my safe space. They are my happy place. They are what brings me so much joy in this moment in my life. And I haven't been able to dedicate the time to that channel because I'm so focused on this channel. And it's hard to balance two channels, working full time, having a kid who has after school activities, is going to get to a place where, homework and this and this and that is going to be involved. And I'm only one person. And I think one of my worst traits is I don't look after me. And I never check in with myself about like what is bringing me joy and what makes me happy. And unfortunately, sitting down in front of a camera and making content for this channel does not bring me the same joy. And I want to leave while there's still love here. I want to leave while I still have good feelings towards it. I don't want to have resentment or anger or frustration because I drove myself into a position where I'm angry at having to do with this. And I think it's just my time. 10 years is a long time to be in any community. I have seen it all. The good, the bad, the ugliest moments in this community I have seen play out since the very beginning. Booktube really started hitting the ground running in like 2011, 2012, and I was right in the mix of all of that and decided to make my own channel not too long after that. And now seeing what it's evolved into with Bookstagram and Book Talk, and it has been interesting being on the end of seeing just the reading community go through so many iterations, so many changes, so many ups and downs and all arounds. And I just know that there was no way I would be able to do this for the rest of my life. And it's not something that I can retire from, y'all. I can't put into a 401k with YouTube. Like, I do that with my actual job. But this is not a goodbye forever. I just know that right now I don't want to make content on this channel anymore. And I don't want anybody to have expectations of me coming back anytime soon, which is why I wanted to do this video in the first place. I don't want anybody to think like, oh, Ashley every now and then, she'll take like a couple weeks break. Like, no. I think that I need to really take some time away from all of this. And so I wouldn't have any expectations for me to post right now. And I don't know when or if that will change. So I felt like after talking to people that I really, really trust, and really have my best interest in their minds and their hearts, that saying that I'm leaving for right now, goodbye for now, would be most appropriate. Because, I may take a year and be like, I just want to shoot a video and check in and see how everybody's doing. I don't know, though, if I will ever go back to making content the way I'm making content now. There's a certain pleasure in just reading books and not having to go on here and do these like long ass videos and edit them. And either way that I like think about it, it's a lot of emotions. And I appreciate all of you. I really, really do. The comments, the fact that y'all trust me so much with like your reading. that you trust me to give you recommendations. You trust my thoughts and you trust my opinions, and I hope, if anything, I hope that I have given you all something. And I can't say that I have because it's not for me to decide, but I hope that I have given you something in this community. I am not the smallest channel, I'm not the biggest channel, but I hope I've left you all with something, whether it's looking at something differently, all the discussions that I've had where it's made you think about things differently, whether I've helped you pick up books that you never would have picked up, whether I've helped you appreciate children's literature. I hope that you've gotten something from me. And just know, like I said before, like, I'm not disappearing completely off the face of the earth. Like, this is definitely not the case. But this has been my baby for so long, and I think she deserves her rest at this point. I think that she's been holding on strong for so long, and I held myself together pretty good in filming this, because I'm telling y'all, like, I didn't think I was gonna be emotional about this. I promise y'all. I was like, I'm gonna go out like a fucking thug. I'm gonna go out like a G. Now, granted, there may be a tell-all video at some point, but that ain't gonna be for the public. I'm gonna tell you that right now. That ain't finna be for the public at all. It's not gonna be for the public at all. But yeah, I did not expect to feel the way that I'm feeling, which is, you know, a little sad. But I also know that this is it. This is the feeling that I was waiting for. This is, I didn't know, and I kept saying, like, I don't know when I'm gonna leave. I don't know when I'm gonna do this. And then the feeling hit, and I said, this is it. But if you still want recommendations every once in a blue moon, if you're still interested in hearing what I'm reading, I'm gonna be on Goodreads as always. Y'all know I love to review. I feel like I have a little bit more time to review. Now that this is kind of pulled out of it, I feel like I definitely will have more time to review. I'm still on Instagram. Yeah, every now and once in a while I'll post a reel here and there and recommend stuff. And then the comics channel. I don't want to set any expectations for myself. I'm like, oh yeah, well, I'm going to upload there. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to make anyone any promises that I can't keep. But I do know that if you're interested in that format, I still will be over there. I will be over there occasionally. But yeah, I don't think there's anything else for me to say except goodbye for now. I wish you all well. I can't even do my outro anymore, and that's so sad. And like, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up if you want to see more content. Oh, I could do it on the comments channel, but like it started here. So since I won't do that outro anymore, I wish you all well, and thank you to all of you for being here for the past 10 years. It has meant a lot, and it will continue to mean a lot to me. And there are plenty of ways that you can still find me around, but we definitely are going to sign out here.